Hi, my name is Asumadu, and I'm a trainee solicitor at Changes Immigration. Today, I'm going to discuss the requirements and processes involved in acquiring British citizenship. Before I dive into the topic of this video, I would like to highlight that there are many different routes to acquire British citizenship, and the legislations around these routes are very complex. So, I'm only going to discuss the most common routes to acquire British citizenship. If you want more details, kindly get in touch with our team at Changes Immigration, and we'll be happy to provide further information and advice. The first common route to acquire British citizenship is by a process called naturalization. Naturalization is basically a legal process where a foreign national in the UK acquires British citizenship after birth. To be eligible under this route, an applicant has to be over the age of 18 and must have held a valid status in the UK under either indefinite leave to remain, permanent residence, or EU settled status for at least 12 months. The second common route to acquire British citizenship is by marriage. This route allows spouses or civil partners of British citizens to acquire British citizenship. Applicants must have lived in the UK for at least 3 years before applying. Now, unlike the naturalization route, applicants acquiring British citizenship by marriage do not have to have held indefinite leave to remain for at least 12 months. This means that applicants can apply as soon as they are granted indefinite leave to remain, which is also known as the settled status. Another common route to acquire British citizenship is by birth. When a child is born in the UK on or after 1st January 1983, and at the time of birth, one parent was a British citizen or held a settled status, the child will automatically become a British citizen. On the other hand, if a child was born in the UK to parents who were neither British citizens or held settled status, the child will not have acquired British citizenship by birth. The child will have to apply for indefinite leave to remain and register for British citizenship at a later stage. Now, let's dive into some of the requirements an applicant must meet when applying for British citizenship. The first requirement is the residency requirement. An applicant must usually have lived in the UK for at least 5 years or 3 years, depending on the applicant's conditions, such as being married to a British citizen. During the residency period, an applicant must not have spent more than 450 days outside the UK in the last 12 months or 270 days if married to a British citizen. An applicant must also not have spent more than 90 days in the last 12 months and must have held indefinite leave to remain for at least 12 months unless married to a British citizen. Another requirement is the English language proficiency requirement. There are a couple of ways an applicant can meet the English language requirement, and they include: one, when an applicant has a degree taught in English; two, when the applicant passes a Home Office approved secure English language test; and three, when the applicant is a national of a majority English speaking country or a country that is exempt from the English language requirement. There is also the Life in the UK test requirement. An applicant must sit and pass the Life in the UK test, which is a computer-based test containing questions about the British life, customs, traditions, and politics. An applicant must book the test online, pay the required fee, and prepare using the official handbook. Applicants must note that if they have already passed the test as part of their indefinite leave to remain application, then they do not need to sit the test again for their citizenship application. We have gone through some of the common routes to acquire a British citizenship and some important requirements an applicant must meet. Now, let's summarize the British citizenship application process. The first step of the British citizenship application process is to check that you meet all the eligibility requirements. This include the residency requirement, English language proficiency, and the Life in the UK test requirement as discussed earlier. The second step is to prepare all necessary documents to support your application. The next step is to fill out the British citizenship application form online via the UK government website. If you need help filling out the application form and preparing all necessary documents to support your application, kindly contact our team at Changes Immigration. We have the expert team to assist you and make the application process smooth and less rigorous. The next step is to submit your application form online, pay the required fee, and submit all your supporting documents. You can then book and attend a biometrics appointment to submit your fingerprint and photograph at a local visa center. The last step is to attend a British citizenship ceremony. When your application is approved, you'll be invited to attend the British citizenship ceremony where you will receive your certificate of British citizenship. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us at changesImmigration.com and we will be happy to assist you and provide any advice required. Thank you.